Hey, what's going on there, fellow delinquents? Mischief here, and I got another Not Terran Tactical product for you. This one right here is the H&K, right here, the P30L from John Wick 1, the first movie. I have the threaded barrel on there right now because I'm just doing some accuracy testing to see if there's some kind of point of impact shift. But before we do that, let's go ahead and we're going to test out this pistol with the original barrel and everything. So let me grab that barrel real quick. We got 2 mags that came with the pistol. They're 10 rounders. I got to get some more mags for it. Probably, I mean, this is mostly just something to fool around with at the range because it looks cool. It's a P30L. And I got the proper compensator from for the complete John Wick look. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to shoot this. I was having some issues with this pistol because what was going on is I had a gunsmith install the compensator for me, and the point of impact was way off. So I never shot this barrel. This is a brand new barrel. This is the one that originally came with it. It's got the matching serial number. So let's go ahead and we're going to slap this together. We're going to shoot this at 50 feet, and we're going to see where our point of impact is with the pistol as intended from the factory. So let's go ahead and do that now. For ammo, I got this MagTech steel-cased 115 grain ammo. Not really had the best luck with steel-cased ammo, but it shouldn't be enough to actually do anything to the pistol itself. I mean, it's only a couple hundred rounds of it. I do have some brass, the 115 grain New Republic that I actually zeroed this, well, I shot a group with it originally, and that ammo group's fine. It was just shooting really off with the comp on the end. So let's go ahead and we're going to see how this MagTech works. It felt a little off. Okay, let's go take a look. It's shooting really low. It's shooting very low. I had my front sight right about here, and a little bit to the left. That could possibly be because my rear sight might be favoring a little bit to the left right there. I adjusted these sights. I was going off of this little strip right here at the top to try and line it up, but it could be this rear sight's just a little bit favoring to the left. It looks like the gap right here between the rear sight and this left edge is a little bit shallower than this side. So could be that the rear sight needs to be pushed over a little bit, but wow, that is shooting really low. Okay, and this is the original sights that came with. So maybe I'll make a windage adjustment to that, but let's go ahead and we're going to shoot with the threaded barrel and see if the threaded barrel changes the point of impact. Okay, so we got another 10 rounds of the MagTech steel case ammo, and we got the H&K threaded barrel on there. This is the this is an H&K aftermarket barrel, and so let's go ahead and we're going to shoot at that target right there again. 10 rounds. Alright, let's go take a look. I felt like the threaded barrel was doing a little bit better for me. So, okay. I mean, right there. I felt like the threaded barrel was actually helping me a little bit. It's still shooting a little bit to the left, but we can drift these sights a little bit just to make that back on target. So, yeah, that's the accuracy that I'm getting out of both barrels. So why don't we go ahead and shoot a little bit close just for fun. So one thing I don't like about these H&K magazines is they're all basically the same setup when you purchase the limited capacity ones. They have this little plastic wingtips right here that are designed so that you cannot put any kind of extension on it, or you can't put a standard base pad on there, and that prevents you from being able to modify the magazine to make it carry more than 10 rounds. However, it's a really, really cheap design, and it breaks. And HK magazines are not cheap. I think these are like almost 40 bucks per mag, and you're only getting 10 rounds out of it. So here we are at 5 yards. I just slammed that home. Hang on, let me do that again. So let's see if slamming it home actually makes a chamber. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. All right. So we're at 5 yards. We're going to shoot dead center, and we're just going to try and hold a group. Okay, so this pistol right here wants more of a combat hold. So right there, that front sight post, they want, when you have all 3 dots lined up perfectly, you have to put that front dot directly over the target as you're shooting. So this is its typical combat hold. Let's go ahead and test that theory. I'm going to aim at the top left-hand one, and I'm just going to try and hold, it straight and try and get a perfect group dead center. Alright, here we go. So, got my finger off the trigger. Yep, you slam it home and it just goes. Alright, we're going to try and eat out a hole out of that top left-hand corner. I dropped that last one. Well, I dropped a couple of them, but yeah, okay. So this one wants more of a combat hold for this type of sighting system. So yeah, maybe a shorter front sight. I really wish I knew how tall this front sight was, so I can order a different size one to change the point of impact. I'd like it to be a little bit higher, but I mean, it's doable. Let's go ahead. We're gonna run some transition drills there. Okay. All right. So that was 20 rounds. Let's see how many we got. So I'm not going to count these. Anything that goes outside the circle, I'm going to keep it in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think there's 2 there. We'll do 8. So 10 and 8. Okay. So that'd be 18. I could have sworn I dropped more than that. Alright, so we have 18. So we have a score of 18 out of 20, just transitioning left and right. So a couple things about this pistol. This is definitely designed to be a duty pistol. This is not designed to be a competition pistol. Well, why do I say that? Well, one of the things to talk about is this very long double action trigger pull that I didn't even use. I didn't even use that long double action trigger pull. I just used single action. The long double action trigger pull, it's kind of gritty. I don't like it, and it's fairly heavy to get that first shot. The single action, watch how long this reset is. There's the reset. Reset, over travel, wall, break. That's a long reset. There's a lot of movement involved. And so if you're used to shorter triggers than this, basically what's going on is going to go bang, the gun cycles, and then you're going to try and go out to reset and then press it, and you realize the gun hasn't reset yet. until you've gone all the way out to here, and then you have to come all the way back and then hit that wall again and then brake. That's one of the little nitpicky things that I find when I'm trying to choose the type of handgun that I like shooting. However, it is more than capable of accuracy. You know what? Let's go ahead and we're going to try out that double action trigger pull. Oh, by the way, that took me 14-15. So, I mean, first shot was an 89, which that was on single action anyway. So, I mean, the fastest split I think I had was 29. Yeah. Yep. Pretty slow shooting, but I'm trying to shoot a fairly small target. Alright, so we're looking at that top right-hand corner, and we're going to go ahead and test the accuracy of the double action, see how difficult it is to control it. So, there it is. Now, this is a V3 model of the H&K P30L. The V3 means that it's decocker only, no safety. And so this is where the safety would be if it had one, but it's all filled in with plastic because this one was not intended to have an external safety. The decocker is this little lever right here. When you pull that down, it decocks the hammer and drops it safely so it does not strike the firing pin. From there, now you have the hammer forward. This pistol is now safe to carry and holster, but we're going to shoot it from double action. Okay, now got a decock. So there's two ways you can do it. You can take your offhand thumb, bring it over, press down on that decock lever, and then reset your support hand. Or you can break your firing grip, come back over, put your thumb on top, and then press down on it, and then reposition your firing grip. I'm not sure which one I prefer. Now, when the pistol is decocked, another little interesting interesting detail is that this hammer is not all the way forward. It's actually just a couple millimeters in front of the firing pin to prevent it from actually striking the firing pin. So there's a little bit of play in that trigger right there at double action. So you got to take up that slack, and from there you got to squeeze it. I feel it's more instinctive for me to break my firing grip to decock that, but it's probably because if I'm decocking it, that means that I am done shooting and I need to safely handle the pistol. Starting to push it a little bit to the left. That one went a little high. That one I let the recoil ride up, so it shot high. Okay. All right, let's take a look. There it is. Still annoys me that it's so left. All right. Now let's time it, see how fast I can get that double action shot off, and we're going to aim at this one right here. All right. I don't like this double action trigger pull, so I think rushing it is probably going to make it really bad. All right, decocked. Aim at that one right there. Okay. That was a 28. It's a 27. Better than I thought it'd be. It's a 28. We're consistent. Pulled it down. 23. I tried to speed that up a little bit. Okay. 23. Not a bad shot, too. Okay. So 24. $24. I don't know where that one went. I think I pulled that. That was a 23. I think I pulled that low again. It's a 27. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Last shot. Okay, let's count how many there are. It's a 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know, maybe one went down here. Maybe it might have been like one of these. But yeah, I only see 9, so I think I dropped one. But I mean, floating sub 30 for that double action trigger pull and getting this accuracy, I'll take it. That's very, very nice. Okay. Let's do doubles. We're going to do doubles on this one right here. Okay. That was 88. Splits was a 55. I actually completely let the recoil ride on me, so I didn't have very good recoil control right there. Okay. It's a 96. It's an 82. My second shot, I keep pushing it to the left. Okay, there's a 91. It was an 87. I don't know if all 10 went in there. Definitely not all 10 because definitely pushed one. So that first shot is right where I'm aiming, slightly to the left, and that second shot I keep throwing it way to the left. I think what it is after my first shot right here, it goes bang, and under recoil, I'm trying to get to that reset, and I'm trying to kind of butterfly that trigger right here. So now I got the slack to get back to that wall and then brake, and as I brake, I'm tightening my grip and I'm pushing the gun just a little bit to the left. So I come off the trigger. As I come off the trigger, I'm trying to find that wall. You can see that little bit of movement right there. That's all you need as I'm pressing that trigger. Pushes the shot to the left. That's what's happening. All right, we got 10 more rounds. Let's see what we're going to do with it. 5 yards, 10 rounds, and we're trying to see how easy it is to control the pistol shooting as fast as possible and completely losing our sight picture. That's actually fairly easy to control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 on paper. So as I was losing control of the pistol, because there's a little gap right here as I'm trying to like get my high thumb grip, because this is how I hold the pistol right here, that my thumb actually crooks inward a little bit and tightens up here, and that causes a little gap right here, and that right there allows the gun to come up a little bit. That's particularly why I don't care for this type of grip. A lot of guns use this grip right here where it's thin below the slide and it widens out a little bit, and I don't like this. Design right here. Very popular on a lot of guns. You'll see it on the Walthers, the PDPs. You'll see it on the Canics. You'll see it on the VP on the VP9, the P30, on the VP70. A lot of guns has this type of design, so it must work for somebody. It does not work for me, but we got all 10 on there. 10 shots and a 303, and I did have a trigger freeze in there. So first shot was an 84 from double action. And then we got 23, 20, 21, 45. That was my trigger freeze. 23, 23, 21, 22, 21. So the trigger runs fast-ish. You got to move fast with it. And yeah, It's not my favorite shooting pistol, but if someone handed this to me and said, I need you to take this and do work with it, I can do it. It's not the end of the world. Pistol's very reliable. We haven't had any reliability issues all day today. And it's actually kind of cool that I can just slam the magazine and the magazine would just, the slide would just fall forward. So that's a cool little feature if you decide you want to run this particular type of pistol. I would do a trigger job on it, but other than Langdon Tactical, who likes to do those ghost, who likes to do those flat triggers, I don't really care for the flat triggers. I like the curved trigger, so I probably won't do that. I think that I'm just going to keep it as kind of like a John Wick pistol and just keep in my collection like that, just because, you know, the P30L with the compensator, it looks really cool, and the gun shoots fine. It shoots very reliably, and I've played around with it. It seems pretty easy to work with as well. And it's H&K. H&K does make decent pistols. So anyway, that's basically all I got for you. So make sure you stay out of trouble. If you can't stay out of trouble, you didn't learn from me.
Meow.